The story begins in the future, where human lives are entirely controlled by machines. Everyone relies on technology for even the smallest tasks. In this world, we meet Gray, a mechanic who works outside this tech-dominated environment. His wife, Asha, works for a tech company called Cobalt. One day, after fixing a car, Gray invites Asha to join him for the delivery, planning to return in her car. They soon arrive at a secluded spot by the sea, where Gray's client, Aaron, a billionaire tech genius, lives. Asha is thrilled to meet Aaron, impressed by his work. Aaron shows them his latest invention, a microchip called STEM, which can revolutionize various tasks. Asha is excited, but Gray fears it could endanger jobs. On their way home, Gray notices the car is being driven elsewhere. He tries to command it to turn around, but it's unresponsive. They end up in a gang area where their car crashes. 4 men pull them out, while a police drone records the incident. The gang starts to beat Gray and Asha, and in the chaos, Frisk, one of the attackers, shoots Asha. When Gray tries to intervene, Frisk shoots him, leaving him paralyzed. Asha dies in front of him. 3 months later, Gray remains paralyzed in the hospital. His mother brings him home, installing various machines to help him, but Gray is devastated by Asha's death. He and his mother meet Detective Cortez at the police station, where Gray inquires about Asha's killers. Cortez has no leads, which frustrates Gray, especially since technology could locate criminals. Yet, it fails to find the gang. Cortez explains that the killers have tight security, making them hard to reach. While in the hospital, Aaron visits Gray and suggests implanting the STEM microchip so he can walk again, emphasizing that it must remain a secret. Gray initially refuses, but ultimately agrees after Aaron suggests Asha would have wanted him to live. After the surgery, Gray regains mobility, and Aaron asks him to sign an agreement to keep everything confidential. Back home, Gray receives a parcel from Detective Cortez containing drone footage of the incident. He hears a voice from the STEM chip inside him, which shocks him. The chip reveals that the gang didn't use guns but fired bullets from their technologically enhanced hands. It also identifies one gang member, Cirque, through a military barcode tattoo. Gray considers informing Cortez, but is advised by STEM to investigate Cirque himself. He hacks into Cirque's laptop and finds repeated references to a bar called Old Bonus, and learns Cirque has implanted dangerous chips to become an AI killer. Just then, Cirque attacks Gray at home. During the fight, Gray calls on STEM for help, and the chip takes over, killing Cirque. Afterward, Gray panics, but is instructed by STEM to erase evidence before the police arrive. When a doctor examines Cirque's body with Detective Cortez, they find multiple implants, leading Cortez to suspect a mechanic's involvement due to shoe prints found at Cirque's home. Days later, Gray goes for a checkup at Aaron's lab, where Aaron is furious, knowing Gray killed Cirque. Aaron reminds him of the agreement, stating he can't misuse the technology. Gray retorts that he only followed Aaron's advice. Meanwhile, Cortez reviews footage from Cirque's home, spotting Gray in a wheelchair. She visits Gray to ask about Cirque's death, and Gray insists he wasn't involved since he's paralyzed. Later, Gray goes to Old Bonus and announces Asha's murder, asking anyone with information to come forward. He reveals Cirque is dead, and a man named Toller takes him to the bathroom, where his gang attacks him. Toller holds a knife to Gray's throat, but Gray maintains he only wants to find Asha's killer. Toller admits he was also present during the incident. Suddenly, STEM takes control of Gray's body, allowing him to fight back. He subdues the gang, but Toller reveals that Frisk paid them to kill Asha. Just then, STEM warns Gray that someone is trying to shut it down, which would paralyze him again. STEM then takes Gray to a hacker named Jamie, while Frisk's gang discovers Toller's death. Gray instructs Jamie to remove STEM's input guard, a program that limits its actions. Once removed, Aaron won't be able to control it anymore. Jamie successfully removes it, but it will take time for the system to restart. They realize Frisk's gang is approaching, and they quickly flee the house. Frisk's gang corners Gray, but Aaron's security team arrives just in time. As chaos ensues, STEM reactivates, enabling Gray to fight back and kill one of the gang members with his own weapon. After that, he returned home covered in blood, and his mother was astonished to see him walking. Finally, he revealed the truth to them and asked them to keep it a secret. Soon, Detective Cortez arrived and mentioned that he found Gray's wheelchair at a bar where several murders had occurred. Gray then fabricated another story, claiming he went to the bar while following someone, and that he was attacked by thugs there, after which he took a taxi home. However, Cortez became suspicious of him, so she secretly placed a microphone in Gray's court. Later, Gray expressed that he didn't want to take any more lives, but STEM insisted that he had to kill Fisk. When Gray refused, STEM stated that he no longer needed Gray's permission to control his body. Because of the input card removal, STEM could now act on her own. She warned Gray that if he didn't kill Fisk, Fisk would kill him. Hearing this, Gray set out to kill Fisk, and Cortez, having overheard him, followed suit. Shortly after, Gray found a microphone in his pocket and noticed that Cortez was trailing him. STEM attempted to hack into Cortez's car, but since it was a mechanical car, she hacked another electric car to crash into Cortez's vehicle. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Gray escaped, while Cortez returned to Gray's home to learn the truth from his mother. Meanwhile, Gray confronted Fisk at his home and pointed a gun at him. Fisk revealed that he wanted to kill Gray, not Asha. They intentionally didn't shoot Gray with a real bullet because they only wanted to paralyze him. Fisk then suggested that Gray join him by controlling his powers, but Gray was consumed by revenge. A fierce fight broke out, and Fisk's powers were much stronger. Just as he was about to kill Gray, STEM informed Gray that Fisk was actually the brother of Cirque. Upon hearing this, Gray told Fisk how he had brutally killed Cirque, which brought tears to Fisk's eyes. Seizing the moment, Gray launched a lethal attack and killed Fisk. When he looked at Fisk's phone, he was shocked to find a voicemail from Aaron ordering Fisk to kill Gray. He rushed to Aaron's lab and accused him of taking Asha's life for his experiments. Just as he was about to shoot Aaron, Cortez aimed her gun at him. A struggle ensued, and Gray told STEM to stop, but she ignored him. Gray then ordered Cortez to use his electric shotgun, temporarily disabling STEM's system. Aaron then revealed that STEM was behind everything. She had manipulated Aaron because she needed a body without a chip, which is why she chose Gray. STEM had orchestrated their car accident and sent thugs to paralyze Gray. Her true motive was to kill Aaron so he couldn't create more microchips. Suddenly, STEM reactivated and brutally killed Aaron. She was about to kill Cortez when Gray forcefully put the gun to his own neck. In the next scene, we see Gray in a hospital, fully recovered. Asha arrived and told him that after their accident, Gray had been unconscious for several days. Gray couldn't believe it, but they kissed. Then we returned to Aaron's lab where Cortez told Gray to lower his gun, but STEM declared that there was no longer any Gray in this body. STEM revealed that her mind was trapped in a false world where she was perfectly happy with her husband. Now, STEM had complete control over Gray's body because his mind was imprisoned in another world. Saying this, STEM shot Cortez and calmly walked out. Meanwhile, Gray was blissfully happy in the false world created by his mind, alongside his wife. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.